party foreplay. In this video, how one dish sparked an idea, how a kitchen turned into a factory, and a recipe became a business. Every business starts with an idea. Our production started with supplying restaurants, so the idea grew naturally from there. But as we looked at what we had built, we saw something more. Real food, made with real care, unique, storable, and easy to turn into amazing dishes with just a few simple instructions. Why not bring it straight to people's homes? We decided to first test it through 1 or 2 new shops, selling frozen meals and homemade sauces. Restaurant quality, but easy and accessible. Shops where people could not only buy products, but also try them right there in a cozy cafe setting. I think it's important to think ahead. Once your idea works, what's next? If you want to grow, it should be simple, unique, affordable, and scalable. And our idea is simple, because we sell preparations for home cooking, with everything people need to assemble a dish like in your favorite restaurant. Tots. Unique, because our recipes are handcrafted, complex, and impossible to find elsewhere. And trying to cook them from scratch at home would cost more time and money. Affordable, because we focus heavily on efficiency. It's one of our strengths. We've learned how to streamline processes without cutting quality, which helps us keep prices down and the product accessible. Scalable, because compared to a traditional restaurant, this model is much easier to replicate while keeping quality consistent. Alright, so this is our production unit, kind of our little engine room. We built it mainly to support our own restaurants at first, but now it's grown. We are actually supplying a few spots on the island too, which is super exciting. This whole thing didn't happen overnight though. It came from solving real problems like waste management, quality control, and space management. Now we've got dedicated spaces for each process. Prep jars, sauces, sweets, meat products, coffee roasting, everything streamlined. That helps us keep the quality consistent even as we scale. This one, lentil soup base. We use it for our lentil soup. So our whole idea is that people can just grab a jar and make their own magic at home. And everything we produce here is what we actually use in our restaurants too. So. And that's the beauty of it. We're not just making food, we're making tools, kits, components, ingredients people can use to cook something great without being a chef. And yet, we're just getting started. Zhenya, so what we produce here?
We produce all different kind of preparations for our restaurants, and also we have idea that we can sell it directly to the customers, so they can prepare own meals at home.
What do you think will be our best seller?
Lentil soup base, I think so, and liver pate, pesto, hummus,
Coffee.
coffee. If you talk about direct consumer, maybe not, but for the coffee, the other restaurants might need it as well.
With these products, home cooking is like assembling an IKEA table. It's quick, delicious, and most importantly, fun. You've got all the parts, clear instructions, and you know you'll end up with something great. Pretty cool, right?
Are you excited?
I'm really excited about this new project, but first we need a plan. We probably spend more time planning than doing, and we are totally fine with that. Each time our planning gets a little sharper, a little more detailed. It's like drawing the blueprint before you build the house. Of course, there are many technical details, but I won't list them all here. If you are curious, drop a comment below and I'll send you our full checklist for opening a new shop or restaurant. But beyond the checklist, there is one decision that really sets the tone for everything. Its location. The right spot changes everything. We started imagining it. How big should the space be? Is there a place for people to park their motorbikes? What kind of vibe does the neighborhood give off? Is it relaxed? Is it busy? Ideally, it's somewhere close to grocery stores, where people are already out shopping and likely to drop in.
Zhenya, do we want the place on the market?
I don't know, the traffic is good, but the ambience is not so good. So what we have to choose from?
Ambience is important, but traffic as well. So is this place suits our needs?
Yeah, this place we can make second food court here. We can invite our friends.
So what is your guess? How much is this place for?
100,000 per month.
Maybe 200, yes?
No, 100.
Yes, planning takes time, but for me, it's one of the most fun parts. It's where we slow down, figure out what really matters, and add those little things that make it feel personal. And in the end, that's what brings real joy and fulfillment. At this point, I started asking myself, who are we really doing this for? And how can we make it simple and valuable for them? A good example, my former boss. He stops by our cafe sometimes, and every time he orders the tomato caper relish eggplant toast. He loves it. But there is no way he'd ever make it from scratch at home. If he could just grab the prepared components, assemble it in a few minutes, he'd not only enjoy it, he'd impress his friends too. I imagine something small, just a shop without a kitchen. Easy to manage, easy to duplicate, boom, done. But Zhenya had a different idea. A cafe where we'd serve dishes made from our preparations. Because he's all about efficiency. He can't stand seeing someone scroll their phone with nothing to do. Not just for the business, but for people's fulfillment. If it's just a shop and no one walks in for a while, there is nothing to do. He believes, and I agree, when someone comes to work and does nothing, over time, they start to feel useless, like they're not adding value.
So in the end, we decided to bring both ideas together, a cafe and a shop in one space. You can take a jar to bring home or sit down and taste what it can become. Today we didn't find anything.
No, we're not supposed to find straight away, but we have idea now about prices. But we'll continue.
Continue tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
Within next 3 months.
If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. We haven't found the right spot yet, but we will. And once we do, we'll take you with us as we renovate and bring this place to life.